Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do something slow, as in slow burn, thriller, or horror films. Sometimes I do like a slower movie because there's a lot of layers to it. You have to have patience. There's something there that you need to be seeing, but it's not always obvious, and I appreciate that. It makes you think a little bit. Now, I do like my fast-paced, jump scare, slashing and dashing movies, but once in a while, I do enjoy a slower burn movie. But before we do get started, my name is Connie. As always, if you want to see more of my content, please hit that subscribe button, and if you don't, that's okay too. I'm here just talking about movies that I like or don't like. We discuss. You know what I'm saying? You can also follow me on Instagram and TikTok, where I post shorter form content. Now to the video. For those of you who don't know what a slow burn movie is, it delivers a deliberate, unhurried pace that gradually builds tension, character development, and atmosphere. Instead of instant gratification or quick action, there's a lot of layers to it. Stuff beneath the surface, which requires you to sit down and be patient. But don't worry, it will reward you in the end. Alright, I'm going to start with movies you can stream for free. Tubi. I love Tubi. They got some good movies on there. And again, it's free. Alright, up first is The Invitation 2015. This movie is also directed by the same director as Jennifer's Body, Karan Kusama. I really hope I am saying that correctly. I love Logan Marshall Green. He is in this movie and he does not disappoint. He is invited to a dinner party by his ex-wife, and you can tell that there is something weird going on, causing tension at this dinner party. The performances in this movie makes things more chilling. You, along with Logan's character, become frustrated with trying to figure out what the hell is going on, causing complete paranoia. And the third act is definitely a twist I did not see coming. Up next is Triangle 2009. I'm shocked I didn't know about this movie sooner. It's definitely a movie I would have picked up at Blockbuster as a kid, and now I think I did, but I don't know. But I've watched it, okay? And what a movie. A survival psychological thriller with a twist I hated because it's one of my biggest fears. Five friends' sailing trip goes terribly wrong, and weird shit begins to happen, and a time loop is involved. Honestly, go check that one out first if you haven't seen it already. There's a villain in this that really freaked me out because they were fast. Alright, up next is The Lodge 2019. A great movie to watch during the winter time because it involves a holiday cabin, you're snowed in. But I wish I watched this one sooner, but I might not want to watch it ever again. Two grieving siblings and their father's new fiance, they get snowed in at a remote holiday cabin. Then, you guessed it, some freaky shit begins to happen. I lost my mom when I was a kid, so I can understand the kids and their grief. That is not so much of a spoiler. It's the same director duo as Goodnight Mommy. I would say that movie is also a slow burn, freaky movie about twin boys that grow suspicious of their mom's identity after her face surgery. That one is not streaming on Tubi, but it is on Sling for free. Up next is a movie that I watched with my grandma, and the ending really freaked me out. I'm talking about Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Now, the 1978 one is on Tubi for free, but the one I watched with my grandma was the black and white one, the 1956 one. That one was on YouTube for free, but I have to double check where it's streaming at. A science fiction horror film about a man that uncovers an alien invasion. People are acting weird in the community, not like themselves. I really like this one because it's different and it's nostalgic for me because I used to watch it with my grandma. And then also, shout out to my cousin Patty who showed me this next movie, Frozen. 2010, not the Disney movie. Okay? This one you have to see. Three people are trapped in a ski lift in the freezing cold, and they have to figure out how to survive. How are they getting down? They're gonna freeze to death. Just a situation that terrifies me. Also, you have Shawn Ashmore in it, and Kevin, who was in Airbud and Wrong Turn. And the lady, I'm blanking on her name, she is in Supernatural, the Final Destin, no, not the Final Destin, Final Destination 5. This next one is a coming of age nightmare. Super dark times. And I watched this super recently. It is on Tubi for free, but I watched it on Amazon. That doesn't really matter. Two best friends in the 90s are involved in a gruesome accident. They try to cover it up, but it leads to paranoia and violence. Overall, it's sad. It touches on, to me, PTSD, guilt, and how something can just change your life so quickly, causing you to lose some of that teenage youth innocence. I enjoyed the characters in this movie. Some of them remind me of people in my real life. I was born in the 90s, so I love a movie that takes place in the 90s. To me, not that bad of a film. Definitely a slow burn with the ending that I will never look at Christmas lights the same again. Now, this next one. I really do not recommend this next one, but I had to include it because you guys might like it or have seen it. Not my jam, but it might be yours. It's weird, it's disturbing. You might giggle to it. I wasn't really giggling, but I know some other people were. Pretty much a dad keeps his adult children in a compound. They're prisoners, but they don't really know it, and he created this world for them, this idea of what's on the outside of the gates. It deals with Stockholm Syndrome. Just a really odd movie. I don't want to watch it again, to be honest. It just makes me feel weird. I don't like that. Alright. The Autopsy of Jane Doe. Listen, I'm a huge fan of Emil Hirsch, Lords of Dogtown, The Girl Next Door. I watched so many of his movies growing up. I had a little crush on him. I mean, who didn't? Look at that face. It was on Netflix for the longest time when it first came out. That's when I saw it. But it's a movie that will stick with you. Father and son duo coroners end up experiencing supernatural freaky shit while examining a Jane Doe. A Jane Doe is an unidentified woman. I love the cover of this movie. The blue eyes with the pale skin. It's a twist that's different, and the movie had really good quality to it. Great acting. Brian Cox is in it. He plays the dad. You know, I just want to take a shower after I watch it. Just like this next movie, The Dark and the Wicked 2020. A super dark movie, hence the name. I mean, nothing scarier than being isolated on a farmhouse. I would know. I loved going to visit my aunt's farm in upper state New York growing up. I mean, her house is very isolated. All you see is land and mountains. And when I was by myself, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little freaked out. But this movie follows two siblings. They return home to their farmhouse. Their father is on his deathbed. They begin to suspect that something evil is taking over the family. Again, it's dark. It's sad. I mean, what do you expect? It's the same director from The Strangers. The Strangers 2008 really freaked me out. To me, it's one of the scariest movies, home invasions. If you like that one, you like this one, but it's a totally different story, but one you'll never forget. Okay, this next one, not my fave, but I am recommending it because you might like it. And again, this cover is one of the best covers I've ever seen. The dog staring into the darkness. Really freaky. That's the reason why I watched this movie, is because of this cover. And I went into it with super high expectations. And the movie was kind of a letdown to me, but I'll explain what it's about. It's a post-apocalypse world. A family survives and is forced to share a home with people that make them feel uneasy. And just a warning, I'm not going to spoil it. The ending of the movie, it doesn't really resolve anything. It doesn't give you straightforward answers. You kind of, again, have to think about it. The cast is great. The film visually, I do like, but to me, I was hungry and I wanted to eat. And the movie just wasn't fulfilling to me. Now, this next one, it was a little bit too fulfilling for me. The Vanishing 1988. There is a remake. I did not see the remake. I only saw the original. That is, and it was spoiled for me because I grew up watching Bravo's 100 scariest movie moments. If you know what that is, let me know in the comments down below. I grew up watching, eating that stuff up as a kid. But they talked about this movie, they did spoil it, and I had to watch it all unfold. And I'm glad I did, because this movie was something else. And I liked that. A man is devastated when his partner goes missing on their holiday. For years, he has not given up. He is truly desperate for answers, and when he gets them, he might end up regretting it. Him not knowing her fate becomes an obsession for him, which I think is a good thing. I mean, you want to find your partner, like, where the hell is she? And when he uncovers what really happened, yeah, I would say he would regret it. I do want to watch the remake because I believe Jeff Bridges is in it and Sandra Bullock. I think it's 1993. I need to watch it and I'll let you know if it's better, but I doubt it. It could be. Who knows? Now, these last two involve Elizabeth Olsen. To be honest, this first one is devastating. I saw it on Netflix. It is still on Netflix, and it is called Wind River 2017. Whoa. There's a line in this movie that Elizabeth Olsen says that replays in my head constantly. I think I could spoil that line because it's like the first thing you see in the movie. Elizabeth at the ending goes, "She ran 6 miles with no shoes on in the snow." And it really stuck with me because this movie is about an FBI agent played by Elizabeth Olsen, and she's trying to solve the murder case of a young woman in Wyoming. They find her in the snow, no shoes on. Her body will have more evidence, if you know what I'm saying. What they uncover is very haunting and it's a very heavy film, but I do think it's an important film. And then the next one she's in is Marcy May Marlene. It's a mouthful, but I watched this when it first came out. This was 2011. It was on Movies on Demand. I rented it for like $4. And the only reason why I watched it is because of her. I knew she was Mary Kate and Ashley's younger sister. And I saw that she's going to be in a movie. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need to watch it. And I saw some things I didn't want to see at that age, but that's okay. This was super early on in her career, but of course, she's so good in this movie. Her character, she used to live in a cult, she escaped, and now she's trying to figure out how to manage life and make peace with her past. But obviously, it's hard. Her past starts to haunt her. And there is one more movie I do want to talk about. It really freaked me out. It is The Rental 2020, I believe. Dave Franco, it's his debut directing. His wife Allison Brie is in it. Gave me nightmares, I'm not gonna lie. So it's about two couples. They stay in a rental, beautiful setting, and they learn that the host is spying on them. And it turns sinister quick. Man in a mask hunting these people down. And the credits is the scariest part to me, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I would lay in bed and envision this movie playing in my head. Nothing scarier than a home invasion or not feeling safe in your comfy environment. Like a violation. But a movie I do recommend you watch. It's okay if you don't like it, but hey, you gave it a chance, and that's cool. But yeah, those are some slow burn movies. I do recommend, I don't recommend. You might like it, you might hate it, but hey, that's the name of the game. Let me know if you've seen any of these movies. Which one is your favorite? All right, you guys, thanks for sticking around. I hope to see you guys soon. Bye bye.